This playthrough is rated T for teen.
Time to set out on our first real adventure. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of East 7. In the last episode, we found our way to the lands of Altago, and looks like they've just gotten over a war. Things are a little bit heated between them and the Romans, and we got caught up into some just local stuff, but we've learned to deal with the weapons of this area and the monsters, and now we've been tasked with a quest. Let's do that, but before that, let's talk to everyone. Foreigners, not so tough. Not something you see often here. Anyway, behave yourselves while you're here. We'll see about that. This Coliseum has a lot of dangerous equipment and monsters. We can't have you getting hurt. I think I can handle this. Wait, what? We can't let people just run around, even if they're aristocrats. Reminds me of the joke about the aristocrats, but not clean enough for this episode, so we won't say anything. How's your training? Did it go well? Learning how to use Altagian weapons as quickly as you did. You two are anything but ordinary. I don't know what brought you here, but I wish you luck in your travels. You're so strange. I don't know what brought you here, but I wish you luck. Oh, well. Oh, what's that behind you? Well, alright, Ursa. No whips and chains for me, please. Used to fighting Altago style yet? You'll just have to gain field experience now. Go out through the south gate of the city to the plains. You'll run into plenty of monsters there. Uh-huh. Yeah, let's see what everyone else has to say. Nope. Moral outdoors. Nope. Are you saying I can't talk to everyone under the sun here?
You seem satisfied with your fight against the monsters, but the monsters kept here are a bit trained, so they're actually quite calm. Wild monsters, especially the ones inland, are very ferocious. Don't let your guard down.
Yeah, we'll keep that in mind, I guess. Oh, your hair. Oh, sorry, I thought it was on fire. I mean, it's not that red. Anyway, don't come in here. You'll get eaten by monsters, and I'll have to clean it up. Oh, I'm sorry that'll be such a bother for you. There are a lot of weapons and vicious monsters being kept here. If you don't want to get hurt, turn around now. I think I've dealt with multiple beings that call themselves gods, or close to it. I think I can handle a couple monsters. Don't go near the underground cells beyond here. That's where the people on death row await their execution. Oh yeah, Ursa is supposed to be the executioner. The Coliseum has both the cells and ceremonial grounds for executions. But I gotta get entertainment somewhere, am I right? Executions here are designed to plant unbearable fear and despair in the criminal. Kind of like musicals in a way. Hey, I kind of like musicals in a way. I didn't think they were that bad. If you don't want to be in a situation and stay out of trouble, bad welcome to the company for as long as it lasted. Fear and despair is what musicals are supposed to do, apparently. Then again, I haven't really listened to modern musicals. Most of the musicals I'm aware of are like from the 70s and older, so. And no, I'm not a fan of Wicked? I hate that musical. If I ever do like a Wizard of Oz game or something like that, maybe I'll talk about it, but alright, I forgot the story didn't open, so. But let's just leave it at that. I hate that musical. Mainly for the context and what it means for the original Wizard of Oz more than anything, but I think this is the same as before. Yeah.
The execution of the lady is all seems as a lady, but let me tell you, she is one scary lady.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
It'd be a shame if you two traveled all this way up to only to end up in the belly of the beast. Be careful out there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, now that the official game started, we can now, oh, okay, I forgot this kid some of the people that do dialogue, because we got caught by the Dragon Knights, so. Why are you so stupid? Get arrested trying to save up some old town lowlife. Wise up, man. Oh, he said something else, but I accidentally, talked to him again. Hold on. I don't need to talk to everyone because it's not required for dialogue, so. All right. It's not like I did anything, so. You guys must be foreigners. I haven't seen anyone stand up to the Dragon Knights like that in a while. Nothing good will come out of defying someone of high social status. Be smart next time. Why are you so stupid? Oh man, the game really giving it to you, huh? It seems that you foreigners just arrived. I'm sorry you had to go through that. You just should pray to Gratios, too. If you pray hard enough, calamities will not come your way. Yeah, I thought God only helps those that help themselves or something like that. Gratios is a sea god. I'm sure he listens to the prayers of even foreigners. I kind of doubt that. Fucking traveler. I think it's the same. Okay. Not everyone has new dialogue, so. Oh, sorry. We, those of the tree's religion, do not get involved in politics. Rather, our purpose is to be the people and guide their steps. Oh, no, I think that's the same as before. Never mind. Sorry, I've slept since the last episode, so sometimes I forget little details like that. So. Okay, no, he says the same thing about... I don't remember every single character that has different dialogue, so... That's why sometimes I'll skim through dialogue. Just in case, like if it's anything interesting. Like sometimes characters in buildings won't have new dialogue, for example. Even if His Majesty does not personally mind you seeing him, the fact remains that he's always busy. Keep your visits to the palace short and stay away if you don't have a good reason to come. His Majesty is extremely busy. Don't ever interrupt his work too much. His way to the palace, where the sovereign of Otago awaits. Ah, it's you. I've been told about you. You may pass. You shall pass. As a guard of the front gate, I must take extreme care. Please understand. See if there's anyone actually in the palace to talk to. Aw, kitty. Well, we don't have to talk to the king. I hear Commander Raud was causing trouble out in the city again. Apparently he imprisoned some random foreigners saying they're spies. So stupid. It's so like Commander Raud to imprison random people claiming to be them to be spies. Oh, it's so him. That's totally why we leave him as a guard. How many times is it now that Commander Raud has caused trouble in some way or another? Another equally concerning matter is His Majesty's overly forgiving nature. Oh yeah, he is kind of super forgiving on that. Maybe he's worked for him for so long, he just gives him the benefit of the doubt. We should be careful not to get noticed by Commander Raud. Yeah, apparently he's a bit of a creep too. Weren't you brought in earlier by the Dragon Knights? The more I look at you, the more shabby you look. Well, you don't look too good yourself there, bud. Aren't you embarrassed walking around the palace looking that shabby? Dude, I'm an adventurer. What do I care about how I dress and everything? Oops. Nope, nothing else. Okay. Yeah, I get things done, man. I'm more important than you are. You're just some random nameless NPC. What have you done with your life? Wash the dishes? Pfft. This is the Dragon Knight station where the Palace Guard and the General perform their duties. I apologize on Commander Raud's behalf. Such discriminatory imprisonment is wrong, both morally and legally. At least some people, but you didn't stand up to him, though. Commander Raud's from a noble family, so some people call his minions the noble faction. To imprison the innocent on a whim without just cause is both forbidden and unthinkable. Please forgive us. Well, you're forgiven, but not Raud. He has to say it himself. Commander Raud often boasts about how he defeated the Roman Navy, but Commander Sias did most of the work. Actually, I was about to say we defeated the Roman Navy, but sort of. More, it was a giant monster from the Ark that did it, but still. Commander Sias doesn't say anything, though, so there are people that actually believe Commander Raud's nonsense. Sometimes it's best to speak up, even if you're not trying to get the glory, because the wrong people get the wrong head about things. Commander Raud has a personal grudge against Commander Sias, Delta, Gideon, Falcon. He's actually quite capable when he is doing something foolish like claiming the honor of someone else. Yeah, some villains are like that. If they actually took the time to focus on their own skills, they'd actually do a lot better, but... Commander Raud often seems to return to the office. Your case was dismissed for lack of evidence. You should leave before the commander tries something again. He's gonna try something again? Oh dear. Commander Raud isn't a bad man. That's debatable. He's just unruly and doesn't always behave himself is all. Anyway, you should leave before he tries something again. Well, back into the jail cells again. Hey, you're out of your cell. Good for you. But I wouldn't want to come back here if I were you. You guys sure are weird. Well, there's actually some people who are used to imprisonment so much that they actually purposely do a crime to get thrown back in jail because they just got so used to it for doing it for so long that they just institutionalized, so which is kind of sad, really. If you hadn't been cleared of your charge of being a spy, it's nothing. What were you gonna say? What were you gonna say? Maybe I don't want to know. Yeah, it reminds me of the Shawshank Redemption movie, you know? But anyway, nothing here. The floor holds the office of the General and Commanders. I doubt foreigners such as yourselves would have any business up here, so just don't touch anything. The floor holds... okay, sorry. Not everyone has extra dialogue, so I just have to remember people sometimes have extra dialogue. It's you! If you try and defy Commander Raud again, you're gonna get hurt big time, remember that. Well, you actually want to fight legitimate this time? It's you... Oh. Okay, same thing. Huh, don't look all smudged just because you got out of your cell. Your charge hasn't been cleared completely yet. So what, you're gonna cook the books and make me go back into jail? It's you. Don't think I won't do anything to you just because you got Sias on your side. I can arrest you again in a heartbeat if I wanted to. Possibly a Roman spy. That's more than enough reason. What a jerk. Listen up, if you see anyone that looks even remotely Roman, search them. Ship traffic from overseas has increased with the war ended, so they'll be able to sneak in easily now. I don't care. Bring in anyone suspicious. I'll make them talk. Wow. He's really going to his job. I mean, yeah, if people look suspicious, you probably at least should talk to them, but, you know, I don't know. There's got to be a good middle ground for, like, security over like, you know, freedom and security, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't have the answers. Yeah, I'm just saying there's got to be a middle ground somewhere. I don't think there's... Yeah, usually you can tell a door can't open because there's a little red mark that indicates that, but sometimes I like checking it anyway because I'm weird. Alright, anything else? Nope. Okay. See what the king has to say if he has anything else to say. And his associates. They call One-Eyed Ladok a pirate, but I've seen him visit His Majesty. He's clearly just a man. His Majesty has sound judgment of character. Such is the reason everyone here bears you warm welcome. Altago is a land that transforms commerce into prosperity for its people. Please make yourselves a home. No one in here? Yes. Place is used. Cleaning, dusting, la la la. Yes, I have my assist you. Are you lost? I'm afraid this room is off limits to common guests. These are the quarters belonging to the princess herself. Ooh, princess. Has Adol ever gotten a princess girl before in his stories? I don't think so. Let me think. First game was goddesses. Third game was just a sister of the villain. So no princess there. Celceta was... I mean, depending on which version of Celceta, but really no princesses. Like, one was the priestess girl, and then on the remakes there's Carla. But she's just kind of a warrior tomboy girl. And then there was the short stack girl. Well, not really short stack, short girl. And then the spear wielder, which they really didn't show anything. I mean, the girl that got the closest to Adol in that game was either the priest girl or Carla, but that's pretty much it. And then in the sixth game was just the elven girl and Terra. So yeah, no princesses, at least by this point in the game. This room belongs to Her Royal Highness, the Princess of Altago. She's not here now, but still quite off limits. Well, I'm going in anyway. Haha, I'm rolling around your bed. Princess. No, she's not here. Nope. No. During the Altaginian Roman War, One-Eyed Ladok came to Altago's harbor to stock up on supplies. In exchange for free passage, he offered His Majesty pertinent information pertaining to Rom and the Roman fleet. His Majesty and Ladok had a common enemy, and thus developed an instant rapport with one another. The Prime Minister was dead set against fraternizing with pirates, but the rest of us were quite taken with them. Every pirate in games is always based off the Pirates of the Caribbean version of pirates, and not the Pirates of the Caribbean version of the pirates. You know, the more realistic, like, dirty, dangerous, actually scary individuals that are actually terrifying people. Some were wanting freedom, but a lot of them were actually not very nice people. His Majesty was eagerly awaiting your arrival after reading the letter sent to him by the pirate Ladok. Wait, he knew we were coming, and he let all this happen to us in the first place, getting captured and all that? Of course, he never expected you to appear as a suspect. But I suppose when you're friends with pirates, such things are bound to happen. I guess so. When you are a pirate. Alright, whose room is this? It must be the king's. Why? Because it doesn't have crap all over it. Anyone else around here? Oh, there's Sias. I thank you for agreeing to His Majesty's request. Believe it or not, this is actually the first time I've ever met one who called himself an adventurer. And considering your earlier run-in with Raud, I expect your travels will be most interesting. Well, best of luck to you. I'm sure many things will be new to you here in Altago, but you'll get used to them. You know where the shrine is? The shrine is rather close to the city south gate, but there's a path leading northwest from the main road. The shrine is at the north end of the path. I'm sure adventurers like yourselves will be able to find it easily. Okay, yep. I have informed the men of security duty about you. You will be able to move about freely, in and out of the palace, and outside the city as well. Adieu, free-spirited adventurers. I look forward to hearing all about your exploits here in Altago. I leave the matter of the shrine in your hands. If you have any questions, feel free to ask Sias. Actually, I suggest you ask Sias about the location of the shrine as well. I look forward to your assignment as adventurers. Alright, so back to the plot. We actually do need to do a little bit of level grinding at the beginning. Not too much, though. Just to not just get wrecked by monsters. And not that this game's super hard. This is when the E series starts getting a little bit easy. I love Sias. He's so cool. He always asks me how I'm doing when he passes by. He's so nice. Sias is so cool. When he grow up, I'm going to marry him. Yep, every girl like that age acts like that. You just have to say, yes, sweetie, yes, yes, that's fine. And then don't actually bring it up ever again. So, let's see. I think this might all be the same dialogue. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry. Yeah, we can buy stuff here. But we could buy and synthesize, buy and select items to conduct synthesis. Yeah, it's basically like previous games. Actually, I think this is the first game that did the synthesis thing. So Celceta did this as well. Yeah, you can. If you find items, you can create them to make either better equipment or items to use in battle. You get it by collecting stuff on the field or defeating enemies. All right. So what we want to do eventually, we want to. The way the synthesis works is you can't synthesize something until you've got either the game gives you the stuff to buy, or you have to have the synthesis materials in your inventory to actually synthesize stuff. So right now, all we can buy from this shop is some rare accessories, which we don't have the money and we don't need them at the time. But we got the luck medal, brings good luck, makes it easier to acquire rare items. Which let me look up the specifics on that. It raises the percentage, rare item percentage by 5 times. So depending, like if it's 1%, it raises it to 5%, that type of thing. Or if it's 10%, it raises it up by 50%. But usually most rare items are in the 1 to 10% range, usually. Bandit's gloves. Once owned by a legendary thief, monsters drop more money. It drops gold by 50% more than what they normally drop. The Aeolus urn, which I think that makes a reappearance in Celceta, pulls dropped items and money towards you from afar. Yeah, it just absorbs golden spoils towards you. So it's the one where you don't have to run into. You don't have to run as close to items to collect them. Mirror time makes enemies immobile, breaks after one use. Yeah, this was in some of the other previous games, or at least the remakes before this game. Stops enemy movement temporarily, and yeah, it breaks it. So obviously we're not gonna buy these right now. Thank you. Come again. Welcome to the #1 business, Altago Zanzibar firm. Zanzibar firm was started and built up by Master alone. Most of the customers here are noble lords and tradesmen that purchase high-priced goods. You seem to be travelers on a budget. I don't know what possessed you to enter a shop of this caliber. Hey, do I look poor to you? Yes, you do. Most of the visitors to Master's firm are nobles and tradesmen. Master despises the poor and thus does not allow commoners in. Yet I was able to walk in. Yeah, balls and Baslin. So, okay. Yeah, a lot of people in stores won't have new dialogue, but I still like to check anyway just to make sure. Zanzibar has see. They're really expensive, though. Only the extremely rich can afford any of them. Right now, monster repellents and rare gemstones are all the craze. They're pretty expensive, though. Let's see the edict just changed. Okay, nope, same thing. Ah, the blue girl with the blue hair is gone. Commander Raud always caused trouble for the poor flower lady, but no one had ever stood up to him like that before. You, sirs, deserve my respect. Please, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Belinda Nice. Cool. You look just like every other character. I'll totally remember what you look like. I can't believe you actually stood up to that unruly man. You have my utmost respect. Yeah, evil wins when good men do nothing. Hey, didn't Raud just arrest you? I didn't even want to think about getting arrested by Raud. I'm glad you're okay, though. Is he one of those types of guys? If you know what I mean. I can't believe you guys made out of Raud's hands alive. Does he do things to us, too? Or could have? Fruits that grow in the sunny lands of Altago are very delicious. Want some? My fruits are the world's best. Take a look. I can prove it. I picked out these fruits myself. I can guarantee their taste. Buy some. Well, I can't buy some because they're not healing items. So, nanny nanny doo-doo, I guess. Oh my, Fona. We don't get many of those. Up these stairs in front of the palace, you're in front of the public square, which is full of bustling shops. What are you talking about? There's like one. If you take these stairs, you come to... okay. You're looking at Taga's best tavern. How about it, boys? Care for a drink? We have lovely rooms to offer as well, so do feel free to make yourselves at home for as long as you desire. We have nice establishment here. Our tavern can wet your throats and soothe your tired bones. Won't you stop by? Sure, there's some side quests we can start here. We can't finish them for a while, but we can start them. Young Mill. Okay, let's see. Okay, she said that before. She called us handsome. Oh yeah, remembers the llama cart. Tribes of Otago and the Titanos. I wish to know more about them, but I'm no muscle-bound circus strong-arm, as you can see, so there's little I could do. Unless, would you be willing to find some raw materials that could help my research and bring them to me here? I'm looking specifically at my materials from Titanos, as well as anything native to each of the tribal territories. If you'll help me, I'll share my knowledge with you. Rants, rambles, soliloquies, segues, you name it. Well, it's not segues. I forgot how to pronounce that. Maybe it's segues. Huh. Anyway, you name it. It would be wonderful to work together to deepen our understanding of this land. Okay, this is our first quest. Well, technically our first quest is something else, but this is the first quest we can easily activate. We get the Lecture Tribes of Otago and Quest 6, Lectures the Titano Ecology. We're added to our journal, but we can't do them for a bit, at least a little while. These are quests that be completed while traveling in Otago. While they're not required to progress the game, you can receive rewards and bonuses for each quest complete. And some quests can have a timer that can, if you take too long or if you don't start them up soon enough, they can be automatically lost. Huh, did you find something of interest? Not yet, but... damn those Dragon Knights. There's so much research to do, but forgers can't leave the state. Oh, okay, that's the same as before. Oops, I meant to... Oh. Why won't they allow me to leave? I'm offering to investigate the shrine for free. It's a true deal, is it not? Ask about the tribes. There are 5 tribes that have lived in Otago since ancient times. They built villages in the respective territories and live a lifestyle that has changed very little over the years. Unfortunately, not all of these tribes have survived. 2, in fact, have vanished entirely, I'm sad to say. If you can show me raw materials found in the tribe's territories, I'll gladly tell you more about them. Okay, I think they says the same thing. Yep, okay. Titanos. Titanos are giant monsters that live in Otago. Their size can range anywhere from 6 to 12 male. Truly, truly impressive. Of course, humans are no match for such gargantuan beasts, but thankfully they prefer to live deep inland. I really wish I could see one with my own 2 eyes someday. I live to tell the tale, of course. At any rate, I'd gladly tell you more about them, but only if you bring me parts of them to study. About collecting materials. I am collecting data regarding the tribes and Titanos of Otago. Please bring me raw materials you may find in tribal territories, as well as pieces taken from our Titano bodies. I'll be able to tell you much more about both the tribes and the Titanos if you do. Alright, there are more quests. We just have to go around town and talking to all of them, so. Old Town's just, let's see. I think these might have the same dialogue. Oh wait, this goes in the bar. I forgot about that. It's 2 o'clock somewhere, or 3 o'clock somewhere. Time to get drunk. Okay. I might skip building conversations unless major events occur, just because it's like I said, it's not. A lot of it is the same for until major events occur. I just don't like missing random dialogue if I can help it. I think these all sound the same. I really gotta remember what people have different dialogue. Yeah, it is pretty rough. Yeah, I think all these people are gonna say the same thing. I think these all, yeah, I think they're all gonna say the same thing, so. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna skip the rest of these guys, so. I'll have to remember off screen to do more oh wait, did I? To more do pre-conversations. Where I just, off screen, before I record the episode, remind myself who has due dialogue and everything, so. That way I'm not wasting your time and mine. I've been ordered to let the red-haired adventurer's party pass, or go, so you may pass. Once you're out of the city, you'll be faced monsters, so be certain to take care out there. One step out of the city, and it's a world of wild beasts. Don't underestimate what they can do. I'll try not to, I guess. Alright, I think you're now available. Welcome, this is the weapon shop. We have many blunt objects in stock for all your bludgeoning needs. Do you know about the synthesis of the traditional art of Altago? It refers to the art of creating equipment from raw materials. You should try it. Okay. Yeah, we know about that. Anyone who can synthesize. So what we want to do is we eventually want to get the... Well, we don't technically need the longsword, but some weapons will have... new weapons will have different skills that you can unlock. So the longsword can give you running slash, and then the silver flame blade can give you strength blast. But we already got that from the Shamashir. But and then this well, we already got the Spherai from Sias. But the Spike Steel Guard can give you the bash skill, and then the Shakudo Kote can give you the uppercut skill. Right now we want to get longsword, a Kitro armor, and then we want to get a steel breastplate as well, which is down here. So we need to save a little bit of money, so that way it'll make things a little bit easier in the future. Right now we don't really need to buy the sword, Silver Fang sword, or the Copper Gauntlet right now. Yeah, look at all the stuff you can buy. Or not the Copper Gauntlet, the Steel Guard. I was thinking of a different item. But anyway. But we don't really have much. Well, let's see. I'm going to show you how much money we've actually got. Yeah, 500 gold, so we really don't have anything. So I just want to build up some money to buy the next set of equipment. So thanks a lot. Be sure to come by again. We'll have many more wonderful, harmful objects in stock. Well, I'm glad you're really into your profession, aren't you? I'm so tired of... Oh, okay, this is... Okay, no. You said the same thing. No, looks like you're planning going somewhere. There are many dangers out to the wild. Perhaps I could teach you a thing or two that may be of help. What do you want to know? There is a limit to how many items you could carry. Okay, no, he says this. Okay. Abnormal statuses. Poison. Well, that's pretty obvious, but poison, as the name suggests. The status where poison in the body is slowly taking away your life. If you don't treat it quickly, you could spell your demise. If you run into a venomous monster, try your best to avoid its attacks. Petrify. Petrify is a status that turns your body to stone. Because you're now quite solid, damage from attacks is halved, but you're also more susceptible to fatal attacks. You may be able to come out of it faster if you try to keep moving. Anything else? Freeze. Freeze is a status where your body becomes extremely cold and begins to freeze. Because you're encased in ice, any damage you incur will be fatal since you'll be shattered into pieces. The only thing you can do is wait for the ice to melt and hope the monster nearby all miss. Flame. Flame is a frightening status where fire spreads to your body. Eventually, the flame engulfs your entire body and causes severe damage from burns. You should carry plenty of recovery items just in case it happens to you. Otherwise, goodbye. Confuse. Confuse is a status where your body does not move the way you want it to. It's a troublesome condition and causes you to move in directions completely different from what you had in mind. The only thing you can do is wait until it wears off. Heavy. Yeah, a lot of these status afflictions they'll bring into their later games in the franchise, like Silseta and so forth. Heavy is a status where your ability is moved to stifle due to big blobs from mucus all over you or something. You can't move as fast as you normally would, but you become less able to evade enemy attacks. It's best to stay as still as possible and let the enemy come to you instead. Anything else? Yeah, and Heavy was in the previous game. Curse. Curse is a status where your attacks are sealed off by a powerful grudge of some sort. Your body will stiffen up every time you try to swing your weapon. It's quite annoying. It goes without saying that offensive arts can't be used either, so the only thing you can do is run! Alright, thanks for that. We'll see if you ever... I see. Well, if you're ever seeking some words of wisdom, hopefully you all do, you know where to find me. Welcome. We have plenty of recovery medicines and other items. You'll see something you want, just say the word. And yeah, we can buy a bunch of healing items. Right now, we're going to get healing items eventually, so we don't need to buy them. But Eco Extract heals you 50. Salamaria Extract 200. Marula Incest, everyone by 150. The Kamaka Extract revives fallen allies, so Phoenix down, covers 100 HP. Accessories, Vitality Belt, 100 HP. Power Wrist, a strength plus 10. Shield Ring, defense plus 10. Hawkeye, dex plus 10. Shimmering, Brooch, agility plus 10. And that's all, but I'm not going to buy any of this stuff right now. You're going out into the plains. I thought foreigners weren't allowed to leave the city. You're not used to fighting the monsters. Here, you are likely to get hurt. You should buy some recovery medicine. The Altago plain is full of monsters. You're prepared to treat any possible injuries. Okay. Thank you very much. Be careful out there. Alright. Oh, we'll get to some action today, folks. Don't worry. Nope. Sorry, it's the weather, man. You can't change the weather. Are you working on your maniacal laugh still? Oh, yeah. Seems like he is. Okay, yeah, you all see the same. We might be able to just leave the city now. It looks like we might have gotten all the dialogue. Or in the future, I might just skim dialogue and let you pause it to read it. Okay, I guess it's the same thing. I'm just double checking a few more things before we... Okay, yep. Check the people in town, and then we'll actually do some action today. Well, I went into town for a pint, and all the locals would tell tales of two foreigners getting arrested. And I knew right then that must have been you two. Trouble has a way of finding you wherever you go. Not one foot off the boat, and you've already found yourself some trouble. The doc was right. You're both bad news. Yeah. I think that's all the same. Yeah, I said not everyone has different dialogue, so... One more person, then we'll head off to adventure. Okay. We are good then. We can actually do a gameplay for now. Well, I mean, we're still playing the game. It's just, you know... The problem with some games is sometimes they like to change some characters' dialogue, and other times they don't like to change any dialogue, so I don't know. Alright, let's actually get to... Well, I mean, we did some combat at the end of the last episode, but now we get to actually fight some enemies around here. Not bad beginning world music. I still prefer the Quatero Woods or the Sunnyside coastline from the next game, but still good. The monster outside the city walls will attack and drain your HP. If your HP reaches 0, it's game over. HP recovered by touching stone monuments or simply by standing still. Yay, they brought that back again. In the previous game, they took out the standing still healing mechanic. You had to go into town to heal that or touch one of the warp points. Be sure to keep an eyeful on it, so... Alright, yep. Additionally, you can view the mini-map by pressing the assign map button, so... Alright, and you can save at any time, so... Alright, we got ourselves some squirrels. I do wanna actually, his dead body's still there. Yeah, you could, just like in the other games, you could just keep attacking their dead bodies. And keep, it's kind of funny in a way when you really think about it. Oh yeah, I need to figure out. I need to start learning how to try and do flash guard, so I can start. Basically, it's when you attack stuff, you can you can learn to block attacks and stuff like that. So anyway, this tells us where we can go. Alright, so we want to try to get to at least level 5 and gain a bit of money so we can upgrade our equipment, so that way we'll be good for a hot minute. So. Alright, let me see if I can start to do flash guards. Alright. Nah. Yeah, I'm not very good at flash guards, to tell you the truth. And here's where, yeah, instead of in the later games where you can just destroy material places, you actually have to, you have to actually collect from it. So I kind of like later on where they just let you destroy material places. So, oh, here's the map. And if we press square, whatever you've got for square, you can look up your items like before. See what our journal says. Yeah, we've got, right now we fought those squirrel things are called clows, or clues, whatever. They can drop monster hide, bone fragment, monster fur. Small monster that inhabits the area near Otago City uses the tail as a weapon, but a bit too eagerly. And Nagil, which is those slug-like things. Yeah, weak to slash. The squirrel can be hit by anything. They can drop monster fluid. So what we want, there's one more enemy around here we can fight as well. I want to get at least 20 monster hides and 10 of another 10 of another item and 20 of another item, but we haven't found. Oh, well, actually, no, we did collect those iron ores. So I want to get 20 iron ores and 20 monster hides, and then 30 bone fragments, which there's a monster that drops that eventually. Just to you know, synthesize some stuff, get some abilities. Yeah, we finally learned skill blast, so now I can just use it whenever I don't have to have the weapon equipped to use it. So now let's try to get a combination word from Dogi there. Yeah, I know he's strong against it. I can still kill him anyway. I'm just trying to learn the ability by using it. I don't know if you're still. I gotta save my SP for Dogi. There we go. Okay, now we learn combinations, so now I don't have to equip it anymore if I want to. Level 2. Yeah, level 2 for Dogi. Let's see. And then... And yeah, like the last game, if you use your skills a lot, they'll start gaining levels, and then they become basically more effective at doing damage. So obviously you want to try to use them whenever you can. Less time for me to grind later on. And I don't know if I'll max out my skills by the end of the game. We'll see what happens. Get some more. If I do any grinding for stuff in the future, I'll just do it off screen, because I'll just say, hey, I'm getting this item a lot or something like that. So. Yeah, there's bone fragments. I want to get some of those. Like I said, I'll do grinding off screen. Yeah, those guys are called D-Grims or whatever. Let me show you. D-Grims, streak to strike, bone fragment drops, and they can drop something else, but the game won't tell you until you actually get... the other item is iron ores. They can drop iron ores if they, when they die. Shelled monsters with a hammer-like tail, often hunted by the Dragon Knights due to its tendency to attack humans. And really, their stats really don't matter in this case because, you know... Oh, and there's all the synthesis. Yeah, I want to make sure to synthesize everything. So, yeah, we got a lot of things we can synthesize. Quest items. Yeah, there's the quest list on everything. Yeah, there's only 20 quests in the whole game. Kind of small when you think about it, unlike later games. And there's the help system. But I'm not going to go over that. You watched me do that. So, anyway, let's get some spring water. I'm just stealing the water, man. And here we get an eco extract from a treasure chest. Awesome.
All right.
Is it just me or is our friend Dogi, I almost forgot his name for a second. Is he like super slow or is it just me? I don't know, I think it might be just me. It just feels like it. Later on we'll get abilities that help us get our skills up a little bit faster. So I tend to just focus on Adol and then I off-screen skill grinding for anyone else. Alright, let's see. thought I grabbed everything around here. Oh, I missed that one. Okay. Oh no, I grabbed it. It's just a. I think I only grabbed like one or something. Yeah, enemies can respawn after a little bit, so. Yeah, still got quite a bit of money to go. Let's see. Yeah, west would be. We're not gonna go this way, but yeah, this tells us some of the other villages we can go to. Ancient triangle located in the north, so we have to go through the north section. So. And getting all the monster hide today. Yeah, I forgot. Spawn points for this stuff is pretty frequent. Like you can get this stuff to spawn pretty back to back, pretty fast. Okay, yeah, I thought I missed a treasure chest. I had it on my notes. I was like, wait, where is it? What I might do is I might get to our location and then say I'm grinding off screen. So. And also there will be like items later on that allow us to, as you saw, there'll be items that allow us to get drops more frequently. So. Now let's head on to the next map, so that way we can at least get some progress today. I haven't fought this guy. So. I mean, I fought him. You know what I mean. I try to fight everything once in a game.
A shrine to the northwest of town. This looks to be the place. The Dragon Knights couldn't find anything here, right? I guess we should probably take a look around anyway.
Yeah, sure. Just don't go too far in, cause you know. Alright, let me go and save it. Yeah, saving's pretty quick in the PC version. On the PSP version, it might load times are a little bit longer. There we go, Ico extract. Looks like no monsters in here, huh? Let's see. I think there's only the one. Yeah, only the one treasure. So. Ooh, something behind the door. However, what beyond the door is, I guess technically I could probably fight it right now, but I want to be a little bit higher level. So what I'm gonna do really quick is I'm gonna get to level 5, I think, and then whatever treasure I have, I'll buy a longsword. Like I said, I'll buy a longsword, and then yeah, longsword, key trail armor, and a steel breastplate for now. So all right, I'll be back after I do that. So give me a second. Alright, we're back in town after gaining some levels. I probably could have done the encounter later. Well, spoilers for what's coming up ahead. I could probably do it at lower levels, but I want to at least be somewhat middle of the road. But anyway, let's do some synthesis while we're here. Okay, so the two things we can do right now for low cost is we can get a little bit better blade. Obviously, you should just buy it instead. But you can you get some monster hide and Nagadachi for 20 iron ore and 20 bone fragments, and then for the monster hide for 20 monster hide and 10 bone fragments. And what this does is it gives you a little extra attack, as you can see, not much more, but it gives you the Nagadachi gives you the Earth Shaker a skill, and then the monster hide can give you the uppercut skill. Obviously, other weapons can do that later on, but this is a way to get it a little bit early. There's other stuff you can obviously get, but it'll be a while until we can actually make quite a bit of that stuff, as you can see there. So yeah, I'm going to synthesize both of these just so I can, just to complete the list. Yeah, so And then I forgot to equip the Nagadachi, so and since we unlock the skill by using it as an item, we don't have to worry about we don't have to equip the weapon anymore. So you can get rid of it as soon as you want to. So yeah, uppercut, double uppercut that launches the enemy away, and then the Earthshaker creates a shockwave by striking the ground. Yeah, it's unlike the previous game where you get the skills from learning levels. This you get from certain equipment and stuff like that. So do I even have enough money for everything at this point yet? So, because I was gonna, like I said, buy a longsword, but I don't technically need that. Again, it just makes the next section a little bit easier to do, but that's something we can't handle. Let's see. I really could just go with the middle of the road here, but I like having a little bit of extra, just like kind of just a big go of it. Because armor doesn't really matter what you buy. You can just get whatever. There's no skills based off that. So leather armor, lightweight armor made of tan leather, chainmail, armor forged from countless chain links, and then Kichiro armor, traditional hunting armor made to blend in with the forest. Then we got hide breastplate made of hardened monster hide, chain guard, breastplate adorned with small chain links, and then steel breastplate, light and durable steel breastplate. So. Alright, we'll just go with the Kichiro armor. And equip it to you. And then if you don't have a need for old armor anymore, you get to sell it. You don't need to keep this old, since we already unlocked those items. The only stuff for synthesis you need is just like stuff like iron ore and stuff like that. Actual equipment you don't need to have anymore, so you can just sell that whenever you get the chance. So that gives us, I'm a little low. I was hoping I'd have enough just to buy the breastplate too. Let's see, 65, huh? I was trying not to gain much more. I mean, we've gotten quite a few monster fluids, so we can probably afford to sell a couple of those. And yes, I realize I could just go, go grind and get a little bit more, but I'm trying to, I'm not trying to over grind, if that makes sense. I'm trying to keep it reasonable. Go and sell that old equipment. Oh wait, no, we didn't have any armor to begin with. Never mind. All right. All right, I think we're good. All right, I'll meet you back at the cave.
Open space. Nice. Looks like this really is the shrine the king was talking about.
What's that?
It's a stone monument of some sort. Want to give it a closer look?
Sure. Nothing bad's gonna happen in this open room. That's clearly open. Nope. Nothing happened in here.
There's a strange seal.
There's a strange seal drawn in the monument.
Seems really odd. Old. What do you think, Adol?
I think we've seen statues like this before, or monuments like this over the course of the franchise multiple times, so.
What the?
Visitor to Altego from foreign lands, thou hast the calling of a warrior. To thee I shall grant my seal. Whence the history of Altago unfurleth. He who bears vigor, grace, and grief doth appear. Ere ancient Altago meeteth its doom, thou shouldst visit my brethren. Man, what's with all these foreign spirits trying to give Adol extra powers? And why don't we get to keep him in between games?
Hey, are you alright, Adol?
Adol mentioned a slight dizziness, but claimed to feel fine otherwise.
Okay, well, as long as you're not hurt. What was that voice just now, though?
And that monument thing, it's still giving off light.
Well, whatever the case, we should probably head back to Otago. Tell the king what happened and all. Yeah, I probably should, because he did ask us to it, so.
What's that noise? Oh, come on, man! Well, I should have seen that happening. Tonight, I dine on turtle soup against the two-headed turtle, Valclar.
Whoa, what in the... What is that? Is that one of those Titanos the commander was talking about? Why is he here of all places?
Well, we have to fight it either way.
Damn it, I guess we gotta man up. Let's do this, Adol!
Alright, so yeah, Val is a first test of your battle. He's got 7 different abilities he can do. He can do head thrust, head slash, bubble attack, rotation attack, earth thrust, vacuum rotation, and his special attack, which creates an upward set of water to fight him. So this fight you need to, obviously like all things, you have to check his tells, try to, avoid his attacks, try to take advantage of flash guard if you can. Yeah, I haven't really shown off flash guard because I keep failing to do it. Okay, whoops. Nuts, I got caught in this rotation. I'm really bad about, like... Yeah, see, flash guard is where... Oh! How about I get in the middle of the map, please? Whoop. That's what I was trying to flash guard him. Oh, we stunned him. Yeah, if you, there's a little bar against enemies that if you, you say that blue bar against on him. That's his stun rating. Nuts. Oh. Uh-oh. He's gonna do his move. Okay, I didn't get to him fast enough. Yeah, just stay on the side when he does that. If you can hit him fast enough to stun him, he'll stop that rush, but I didn't get to it fast enough. Whoop. I'm trying to see if I can do this without healing, but I messed up too many times. Yes, he's not that hard to avoid, it's just, you know. There we go, got a stun. Come on, Dogi, hit him. Hit him! Nuts. Come on, can we do this without healing? Uh-oh, whoa. Nuts, he's guarding now. Are you done? Oh, we're done. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I forgot when he hits his like 50%, he start using that warning ability, and then when he hits 10%, we're done. So yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Nothing's working anymore. What are we supposed to do now?
I don't know. I guess we're kind of hosed, or you could just run away. It's not like the cave got blocked in.
Oh, warrior, unleash the power of my emblem.
Do we get an anime special attack? Anyway, we get the moon seal. With the seal of the moon, Adol can now use his extra skill, the power of the moon. You can unleash your extra skill only when the extra gauge is full. Alright, so yeah, you press the Y button to unleash the full power of extra attack. So depending on what it is. And it must, the extra gauge is that like yellow bar to the right of your, in the bottom right of the screen. So blue is SP, yellow is extra gauge. So.
What now? This power, is it coming from Adol? I don't know what's going on, but this ain't no time for flapping our gums. Let's bust this thing down.
Alright. Yeah, he basically blocks until you use that ability, so it gives you plenty of time to activate it. There we go, Lunar Slash.
We did it. What was that? That power just now. Don't tell me you were hiding it from me all this time.
Yeah, throughout the whole game of the franchise, all 7 games of the franchise, Dogi was totally holding this from you.
Hey! Hey, Adol! What's going on here? I need to get him out of here.
Don't move him. Who's there?
What?
No, Flower Girl. Or, yeah. Moving him could be dangerous. Leave him to me.
Alright. Wait, haven't I seen you before?
He's unconscious, but his eyes are open. This is bad. I need to make him sleep somehow. Just conk him over the head with a hammer. Bang. Perhaps with the scent of half-bloomed siren flowers. I hope this works.
...
Ah. Hey, don't harass me while I'm sleeping, kid. You bother me. Ah. Maya, what are you doing? You shouldn't bother someone that's... Oh. You're awake. How are you feeling? Are you in any pain? Do you feel dizzy or nauseous at all? Adol closed his eyes and tried to identify any injuries. His head ached a bit, but everything else seemed fine. Oh, what a relief. You were asleep for so long. You seem much better now, and you weren't as pale as before. Here, take a sip of this. The girl poured out some thick liquid from a bottle and offered it to Adol. Adol accepted the liquid. Do I have a choice in this matter? A strong honey-like flavor filled Adol's mouth. Adol completely recovered his strength. It's sap from an elm tree. It's quite sweet, isn't it? Adol thanked the girl and asked what happened. Where should I start? Well, my name is Tia. The girl next to me is my sister, Maya. Ah! This is our home out down at Dago. I make a living gathering and selling various herbs and flowers. I was out on the plains yesterday gathering what I needed as usual, and that's when I stumbled upon the shrine. Oh, you just happened to stumble upon it, huh? When my curiosity got the better of me, I took a look inside. I happened upon you, unconscious. And your friend Dogi carried you here. You didn't hear the sounds and screams of the turtle dude blowing up or whatever? No, just happened to wander inside.
Adol, you're awake! How do you feel? You certainly look better than before. Your face was white as a ship's sail.
Adol told Dogi that he was feeling completely fine now.
Well, that's good to hear. Don't make me worry like that, buddy. Sorry for the trouble, Tia. If you hadn't shown up when you did, I don't know what I'd done with him.
No need to apologize. It's the least I could do after you saved me from that earlier predicament. And not only that, you wound up getting arrested for it. I mean, it's more Raud's fault than yours, really. I never got to thank you properly for that.
Haha, don't mention it. This guy right here just can't bear to sit back and watch when someone's in trouble. Thanks to him, we get mixed up in every flavor of misadventure there is. I just learned to accept and roll with the punches.
Oh dear. Ah!
Looks like you really are all better. Want to get going? We shouldn't overstay our welcome.
Oh, there's no need to leave so soon. You should rest a bit, really. Nah, I'm an adventurer. You healed me with a potion anyway, so... Adol thanked Tia again and reassured her that he was completely fine. Just a flesh wound. I hesitate to let you go, but alright. Do promise you'll be careful, though, okay? I'm usually here either at home or at the square when we last met. If you get injured or fall ill, please seek me out. I'll give you herbs that should fix you right up. Or I could just go to one of those stones, but whatever.
Sounds good. We'll drop by if anything comes up. Later, Maya. Be nice to your sister, alright?
Ah!
Man, we seriously owe her one. Didn't see much resemblance between them, though, did you? Pretty different looking sisters.
Well, genetics is a weird thing, man.
The fact that that little one can't talk also kind of makes me a little suspicious somehow. But anyway, looks like there really was something to that shrine, huh? That voice we heard, and that power. Any idea what it was all about?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I guess you wouldn't. Thinking about it won't do you any good, given how little we've got to go on. Why don't we go tell the king what happened? We were supposed to anyway. Maybe he knows something.
All right, looks like our journey, first journey into Shrine led us with some new power and ourselves a first major encounter. But what does that mean if we, from what the king tells us, that could mean something. But we'll let him know and see what he tells for us. And what else does everyone have to say? And does Tia have a little quest for us now that we've helped her out? Find out next time in the next episode of East 7. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.